midfield, a sophomore from Blacklick, number 21, Ryan Caruso. At midfield, a sophomore from Monroe, number 22, Brennan Hesse. At defense, a sophomore from Mainville, number 28, Colton Darty. At midfield, a freshman from Mount Vernon, number 29, Jacob Deaver. At midfield, a freshman from Perrysburg, number 34, Zaid Awad. And in goal for the Comets, a sophomore from Delaware, number 0, Connor Sexton. Capital is led by head coach Alan Yost. He's assisted by Mitchell Hughes, Giovanni Salinas, and Austin Beeler. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to honor America. We invite you to rise and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing. Alrighty. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are here in Bernlohr Stadium as we are prepared for a OAC matchup of men's soccer as your Capital Comets prepare to take on John Carroll University here in Columbus, Ohio. We have some beautiful weather here today on this day. I believe the weather is about 70 degrees today. It's strange in fall weather in Ohio. We are prepared for a matchup in conference matchup. And John Carroll, Capital, in their white jerseys, and John Carroll in their navy blue. And we're off, all to the fences already. I'll give you your starting lineup. My name is Jonathan Brown. I'll be your play-by-play color commentary today. We're going to have a good day today. Starting lineup for Capital. We have Connor Sexton, number 0. Number 4, Samuel Yoakum. Number 10, Devin Hess. Number 11, Jack Francisco. Number 16, Jack Kasuji. 19, Jared Puckett. Number 21, Ryan Caruso. Number 22, Brennan Hesse. 34, Zaid Awad. 28, Colton Daughtery. And number 29, Jacob Deaver. They're led by head coach Alan Yost, and he's assisted by Mitch Hughes, Austin Beeler. Taking a look at John Carroll starting lineup, and their starting lineup today. Number 1 in their goalkeeper, Jacob Voren. Number 3, Daniel Clegg. Number 4, Nicholas Garcia. Number 5, Nicholas Ruggiero. Number 10, Brendan Swan. Number 14, Logan Penton. Number 17, Ben Brucken. 19, Patrick Coing. Number 23, Hayden Hafner. Number 27, Isaac Coleman. And number 34, Andrew Ruggiero. Oh, I see we have some brothers here, and they are led by head coach Dijon Maldovic. Yeah. And that is your starting lineup right now. Is a nice backwards kick by Devin Hess. Taking a look at both of these teams right now. John Carroll is coming into this matchup 10-4-1 overall with a 5-1 conference play record. Capital is coming into this matchup 3-8-2 with a 2-3-1. They're on a 1-game win streak right now, and I got a better chance at home than they do have on the road. They are 3-2-1 on their home turf here, so hopefully they can defend their stadium and set their school straight. Right now in possession with the ball, Capital coming across inside the goal line. A shot off the goalpost. Hess tried to respond with that rebound. Just missed it. Now coming down the sideline all by himself. Number 14 forward for John Carroll, Logan Penton. They're spacing the ball out, moving it around. And now the ball is in Capital territory. John Carroll trying to sneak the ball in there, but Capital does a good job of getting that ball out of there as a hawk down race. Hess was trying to take that ball down, but he was tracked down by Isaac Coleman as he kicks it out of bounds. It'll remain Capital possession in the hands of the goalkeeper, Connor Sexton. It's a deep kick in the John Carroll territory. High kick out of bounds, up in the air. Was targeted with Zaid Awad. John Carroll trying to push the ball. The ball is spun back outside of Capital territory. It was a nice hezzy right there. In possession of it. So Isaac Coleman. Coleman finds his teammate Daniel Clegg. Capital doing a good job of setting the defensive stand right here. John Carroll is struggling to get into the territory of Capital in that zone. That ball was targeted for number 11 on Capital. That was for Jack Francisco. So a nice seam ball, just happened to miss his target. Right now, the ball is being pushed down the sideline, headed towards the corner. Jack Francisco trying to corner that in there. That's head butted off of. You can't see that number right there. That was number 6, Timothy Flannery. And that'll go out of bounds. Samuel Yoakum tried to keep it inside. So Capital is coming off of a home victory against Marietta. They had a matchup this past week on Wednesday. Capital was able to handle their business here at home with a 2-1 victory. And those leading that way was Jack Kasuji with 2 goals of his own. Had a nice little 2-piece combo from Popeyes. And there was 1 goal by Ben Tesadale from Marietta. He tried to come back in that situation. It was a 1-1 goal in the first half, and Kasuji responded with a 2nd goal in the second half, which gave Capital the 2-1 lead, and that would end up being the final score. And look at John Carroll. John Carroll is also coming off of a win as well versus Capital's rival. They're coming off of a victory against Otterbein University. That was at Otterbein this past Wednesday. Leading the way for John Carroll was a goal from Hayden Hafner and Michael Burrington, each with a goal apiece. Otterbein was not able to respond and left with a donut. John Carroll is coming off of a 2-0 victory against Otterbein. Both teams are coming off of a nice little win streak. We'll see if that can translate here into this game, this matchup today. It's a high ball. Now to go out of bounds. Zayda Wad was the target. It's a high arcing kick. So if you didn't know, this is the last home game here for our men's soccer team as they prepare for the final 2 games. We'll be on the road at Heidelberg and Baldwin Wallace. Taking a look at the Ohio Athletic Conference to see where these guys match up so far. I was looking to get a card. There was a strong tackle right there by Yoakum, colliding with John Carroll's Logan Penton. Right now, taking a look at the standings right now. Capital and John Carroll line up in OAC. John Carroll is currently number 2 in OAC Conference, coming in with a 10-4-1 record. And Capital is on the outskirts at number 7 with a 3-8-2 record. It'll take a miracle for them to try to sneak into this tournament. Only the top 6 move on to the tournament for the playoffs. So we have a goal kick right now by Sexton. A high arcing kick. He was looking for Jack Francisco. Devin Hess with a behind the roundhouse kick, trying to kick it back into John Carroll territory. The referee will award John Carroll with possession. John Carroll trying their best to create some separation here. Good ball movement here, but Capital's doing a good job defensively, protecting their area. It's a hard kick, targeted. Isaac Coleman with it. was looking to target his teammate Brendan Swan. Like I said, Capital's defense is doing a phenomenal job right now. There's only one goal attempt at the goal so far that was just missed early. That'll go into the hands of the goalkeeper for John Carroll. There's a deep kick back in the Capital territory. Sexton responds with a deep kick of his own. It's head-butted off of a John Carroll defender. Keeping it in bounds in possession right now. Daniel Clegg finding his teammate. It was Rod Petrozono. It's a nice sliding kick right there. As that kick go out of bounds, maintain possession to go to Capital. Sexton with a goal kick. We're about 10 minutes into this first half. Seeing a nice defensive matchup. Capital has had one good attempt shot at the goal, while John Carroll is struggling to try to get it in Capital's territory. Some nice high arcing kick. Looking for Francisco. Francisco with a one-on-one matchup right now, being guarded by number 6, Timothy Flannery on John Carroll as he's pushing the P right now as that'll go out of bounds. That'll be a corner kick for Capital. Taking the kick right now is Zeta Watt. Zeta Watt from the corner. Waiting for his team to set up here. A low kick, but somehow he's able to get it back. It's high up in the air, and that'll go out of bounds. Taking a look at some of the stats that we've seen so far this year, you know, this is a young Capital team. Spoke with Coach Alan Yost earlier in the week. This team's just struggling to figure out. I understand this is a young team this year. Their leading scorer is Jack Kasuji with 6 goals this season. And Devin Hess with 5. This not a lot of production from anybody else. You had Jacob Deaver with 3, Francisco with 2, Zay Dewar with 2 goals, and Mudge with 1 goal apiece his own self. This team has really been struggling to find their way to the goal. They've been in close situations in games that they should have won. Just fell short compared to John Carroll. This team has a wide variety of people who know how to find their way to the goal. Their leading scorer is Nicholas Fleenan. The forward 6-foot senior out of Brunswick, Ohio. Out of possession. Watch that push right there. That'll go out of bounds. That'll be Capital possession right now. Yoakum looking for Francisco. Getting tangled up right there with Coleman. There's a struggle fight for that ball right there. Right now in possession is Daniel Clegg. Finding his teammate in Coleman. Hess guarding him, trying to use his best footwork. Finding the way, seeming short, passing the ball, but in order to get inside the 20, back outside. Hess doing his best trying to defend. Finding his teammate, Logan Pinton. Outside near the corner with the ball in possession is Patrick Coyne. He was looking for his teammate. And it was intercepted by the Comets. They're fighting for the ball here. Trying to get that ball out of a tight space right here. Up in the air. Devin has with possession. Finding his teammate. We're looking to push it down the sideline to find Francisco. Welcome with possession. Try to go out of bounds. So that'll be John Carroll ball. Taking a look at John Carroll. We established that John Carroll doesn't have has got a plethora of their players finding their way to the goal. We stated off. Nicholas Felician is one of the goal leading scorers here for John Carroll. Behind him is his teammate and Patrick Coyne, Logan Pinton, and Jack Fott with 3 apiece of their own. A few other teammates with 2 pieces and a 1 piece this year as well. That'll be scooped up by the goalkeeper for John Carroll, Jake Voren. The 6'1" junior out of Medina, Ohio. A lot of ball movement going on here. Still trying to find one team to push the pace again. High defensive kick. It's on the ag side near the 20. Fighting for the ball right now. Capital in possession. Nice sliding kick right there. Logan Pinton. And that was a great scoop right there by Connor Sexton. Sexton has started all 8 games this year. Over 34 saves this year as well. Been doing the heavy load, trying his best to be a defensive stopper. In possession with it. Patrick Coyne. And pushing it inside Capitals 20. Trying to find a crack or seam here where they can try to attempt a shot attempt. A phenomenal save. The kick was toward the goal right there. That was by number 23, Hayden Hafner. It's a line drive to the bottom right corner. And that was stopped and saved right there by Sexton. That ball is up in the air. John Carroll trying to defend that goal kick right there, but some fancy footwork right now. He's pushing the pace right now with the ball. Jack Kasuji. Ooh. Man, getting the defender lose his ankles a tad bit right there. Timothy Flannery hit the ground pretty hard. Was able to bounce right back up like a springboard. Kasuji tried to push the pace, trying to get something going here for his team. Does look like that ball will go out of bounds. Today there's a lot of activity going here on at Capitol. This isn't the only sport that is active today. Currently, we also have our women's volleyball getting guided today. That is our senior night for our seniors here. That is going on in the gym currently as we are speaking. Men's golf is taking on at Outerbound, a tournament there. We'll be sure to give you as much updates as we can with all these live sports that are occurring, as well as some college sports game day information as well. Our football team is taking on John Carroll, celebrating the 100th season of JCU football, 1980s game. That game will start shortly. Right now, it is a tie set for John Carroll and Capital, a volleyball matchup as there are 7 seniors today. We're celebrating 7 seniors today, and hopefully they can pull off a nice victory today. Last home game for their seniors. They've devoted 4 years of their collegiate career to playing volleyball. Deserve their flowers, indeed. Jack Francisco, a nice steal right here, finds Kasuji. Was looking at Hess, but that window was short. Looking to slow things down. It's up in the air, fighting with it. That was good. That was Francisco, and that was Isaac Coleman. Tangling arms up in that situation. That ball was kicked up in the air. It was a deep ball. It'll end up in Connor Sexton's hand. Approaching about halfway through this first half. Still no score. It is 0-0 here. Finding Yoakum on the scene. Almost in there, and will that be a corner kick? And it will be a corner kick for Capital. Yoakum was coming down the line and was trying to find a way to try to kick that on a straight line from the right side of the goalpost, but this will be a corner kick. Zeta Wad. That time that head butts right off of Aiden Hafner, midfielder for John Carroll, 5'10" junior out of North Royalton, Ohio. Sexton with another deep kick, kicking it right back into John Carroll's territory. As Coleman does a good job of kicking that right back out. Both teams doing good defensively. And that'll be a clear whistle right there. Ryan Caruso trying to hop over on the back of Nicholas Gracia. That's a good defensive stop right there. That was by Yoakum using his head, avoiding that from going out of bounds, and able to get this team a little bit more momentum as they start to push it. Getting tangled up right there, Francisco. And no call as Francisco is still on the ground. No whistle whatsoever. As we will take a timeout there. Hopefully everything will be right back. We'll take a short little break. Right now it is 0-0 with 21:43 left to go in this half. We'll be back. Looks like he is up, moving again. Just shake it off. What Rocky Balboa say? Life will hit you hard. Can you bounce back up? I just misquoted that completely, but you get the message. That's John Carroll with possession right now. Running Clayig. Finding his teammate in Garcia, who swings it over to Coleman. Hess trying to do his best mirror imitation here. The defensive stop. Yoakum putting a little aggression here. Francisco tried to sneak up on behind him. John Carroll trying to swing it over to the other side. Trying to see the right side doesn't work. Excuse me, the left side doesn't work. Let's see if the right side does. And somehow, some way, they are pushing it inside the 20 right now. Using his best footwork. And an attempt at the goal right there to the right. That'll go out of bounds. Hard to see his number all the way over there, but we have some substitutions here on the play. Coming in, and for John Carroll is 7, 6. There's one more substitution, I believe, and we'll get that information for you. But coming in, what we've seen so far is Michael Burrington, the forward, 6'2" graduate senior. Out of Akron, Ohio. Timothy Flannery, the 5'11" junior, Whitefish Bay, Wisconsin. That'll be a whistle call right there. Burrington getting his first whistle call right there as soon as he came in the game. There's one more substitution on the play, and we'll get clarification on which number that was for John Carroll. Yoakum. That ball curved a little bit to the left side as Francisco now trying to use his best footwork. Another attempt at the goal, but that'll be saved right there by Jake Vorin. As Yoakum is trying to push it. Watch that arm grab tussle. And that is the other substitution right there. Jack Vaught, the forward, 6 foot sophomore out of Erie, Pennsylvania. A one-arm bandit right now. He's got the cast on wrap. Make sure it's not a weapon. The one-arm bandit right now is in the game. John Carroll still looking to get some kind of momentum here. Both teams are kind of looking like that. The pendulum is just swinging both ways. Both teams have attempted shot attempts. Some have been a little bit closer than others. I can't tell you this is a physical matchup. This is a OAC conference matchup play here. Capital doing their best to defend their home territory on their last home game here of the season as they prepare to finish off the last 2 games on the road. Both teams on a win streak here. Almost. That was a phenomenal pass. Junker, as both players are tangled up right there. Getting up. No whistle. They remain in John Carroll position. Getting tangled up right there was Brendan Swan and then Yoakum. Trying to attack the ball right there. Inside the 20 is John Carroll with a nice high kick into the middle to the left side. It's Brendan Swan with it. It's a good defense of the Comets. So push the ball back out to near the midline. John Carroll trying to swing it around here. Right down position, Nicholas Garcia. You can hear the commotion from John Carroll fans calling for a handball. There's no handball call right there. Capital using their defensive body. Use every other part of your body except your hands to deflect that ball. Sexton with a high kick. Finds Francisco. Kasuji with it. As that'll go out of bounds. That'll be a throw-in for Capital. Let's see who will take that throw-in attempt. I believe that'll be Samuel Yoakum. That is the freshman defender, the 6 foot out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Okay, 5'13". The ball is up in the air. You can't ask for more of a better throw than that. That was a phenomenal throw. That ball was hanging in the air. And that ball would go out of bounds. Great defense right there by John Carroll. But that was a phenomenal throw right there by Samuel Yoakum. Just unable to connect right there. We have a substitution on the play here coming for Capital. Expected to come into this game is Mujahid Abdul Ghani. Muj, number 7, is preparing to enter the game. We'll see who will be coming in for a substitution. About 50 left to go in this first half. Another substitution for John Carroll in the works. As it looks like, you see some of the fatigue creeping in for some of the players here as that ball will go out of bounds. Substitutions here. We're just coming in for Devin Hess, number 10. And coming in for John Carroll. Taking Brendan Swan's spot is number 26, Ian Fields, the midfielder, 5'8" senior out of Loveland, Ohio. Yoakum with it. Throwing ball. Right now they're pushing around the field. Trying to swing that ball, trying to just find an opening for both teams here as we have another substitution coming up for John Carroll as well. So they're just bringing in a whole new set of fresh legs. There's a one-arm bandit right now trying to find his way in there, Jack Fott. That kick will go out of bounds to the left. Coming in the game right now for John Carroll is number 16, Logan Brown, and number 12, Noah Linden. Linden, defender, 5'9", senior out of Avon, Ohio, and Logan Brown, a defender, 5'10", freshman out of Avon, Ohio. Both from the same areas as they'll come in for Isaac Coleman. And that is also Nicholas Ruggiero, 5'10" senior. Good defense right there by Mudge. Was looking to find Francisco. That ought to be a clear push. As John Carroll was trying to get back on that quickly, expeditiously when they heard the whistle. So they got to wait for the whistle right there. They're free to go. Right now in possession, Hayden Hafner. I think the refs are letting these guys battle it out. This is in a conference matchup. Things can get aggressive. Capital got to get it out of their got to get it out of their territory with a deep high kick. It'll be offsides call. It'll be John Carroll possession. Let's take a look, see how the volleyball matchup is still at it. John Carroll has won the first set by edge right there. It was 24 to 26 as they have now just started the second set. John Carroll right now on the outside edge. That's Andrew. There with the possession was Andrew Ruggiero. Zay the Wad will kick that out of Capital territory near the midline. One arm man there right now, waiting for John Carroll. John Carroll is just swinging the ball around, trying to get something going. And a near bounce. I don't know if you ever played that bouncing game where it goes 1, 2, you try to go back and forth with a bounce. There's one more bounce that could have been into the goal, but thankfully that went out of bounds as we have a substitution here on the play. Coming in for Capital is Vernon Fungay, the sophomore forward, 5'10", out of Reynoldsburg, Ohio. Comes in with about 10 minutes left. We'll see what he's able to do here. Some fresh set of legs coming in for Capital. Moose doing a good job defensively right there, getting entangled right there with John Carroll looking for a whistle call. One arm bandit right now, fought. Getting stripped away by Yoakum. Good defense right there. That'll be swinging into the right. Approaching that 10-minute mark here. We'll see how both teams can respond going into the half. Will the team put something up before the half begins, or will we go into this with 2 donuts of our own? We'll find out. It's been a good defensive matchup that we've seen here from both teams. Like I said, our referees are doing a good job of just letting these boys play, understanding that this is a tough conference matchup. Our conference is a tough conference, the Ohio Athletic Conference. Taking a look at our head referees. Thank you for their diligence to come out here. Eric Lloyd. Assisting him is Brandon Kleppich and Rob Lowe. John Carroll trying to swing it towards the middle, swinging to the outside, finding the one-hand bandit, but Yoakum with an interception as he looks to begin to push the pace. And took a deep ball kick, looking to find Francisco, who slows it down, looking for some response from his teammate. And behind the pass, Vernon Fungay, and just a little too much sauce on that right there. Just a tad bit too much sauce. Hey, that was some good pass execution right there. Just a little too much on that kick. There was substitution coming in for John Carroll. Coming in, number 24 is Blake Barna, the midfielder, 5'9", senior out of Westerville, Ohio. And prepared to come in for Capital is number 27, Colin McComb, the sophomore forward, 5'7", sophomore out of Lewis Center, Ohio. John Carroll. That'll be a push call. Colliding right there was Francisco and Ruggiero. That will go out. Still in possession right now. John Carroll has a high arcing kick, and now that has to go out of bounds. Into the neighbors. I always thought, like, do they just bring the balls back over? Does somebody stay over there? So many questions. As I can see a neighbor right now bringing the ball to our OAC ball boys out there. Those are some of the members on the basketball team here at Capital, doing their diligence to support and help other sports here on campus. You love that sports unity here. Capital is trying to practice that with a new athletic director here this year, Dr. Bailey. He's trying to do his best to change his program and put Capital back on the top where they deserve. There's a fight for the ball right there. Yoakum trying to do his best to not turn that into a corner kick. Able to swing it out. So going to the possession of the one-armed bandit. Fought, who kicks it out to his teammate. And Logan Brown back into the possession of Capital. Vernon Fungay slipped right there. That is a high kick. Headbutt. Still in Capitals territory. We want to get this ball up out of there. And that is a mid kick. Fought with it. And that'll go out of bounds over the heads of Sexton. And that'll be a corner, a goal keep kick. Coming in, Coleman Combe, Jack Francisco will get to sit down for the final 6 minutes of this game in the first half. Connor Sexton with a deep kick. That is picked off by John Carroll. They're now trying to push the pace a little bit here. Trying to get things swinging and moving. Combe with it. Back out to Garcia. Got to get this ball out of Comet territory. Finds Funge. As Brown was able to use some good defense right there, but that is stripped right back from him, like taking candy from a baby. Trying to find Kasuji, but that is saved up right there by their goalkeeper, Vogren. Both teams still looking to get that first goal here. We'll see. About 4 minutes left in this first half. Kick back. Yeah, John Carroll territory. Swinging that ball around. Just trying to do their best to have good ball movement here. Ooh, what a phenomenal save right there by Sexton. That was a nice kick right there. That was by Blake Barna, the midfielder 5'9" senior out of Westerville, Ohio. And that'll go out of bounds. What a great tip save right there by Sexton. Going to lead to a corner kick. Taking the corner kick for John Carroll is Aiden Bozak, the midfielder 5'5" junior out of Bay Village, Ohio. Stepping up, trying to be a added defender. I believe that is Kasuji. We'll see what John Carroll will do here. And that'll go out of bounds. That'll be Comets possession. Marner with a nice kick that just kind of went a little too much in front of the goal, which led to it to go out of bounds. Sexton getting some hydration right there. Can't do your work if you're not hydrated. We said we got some beautiful weather here today. It is 70 degrees right now. Can't ask for better weather than that, can you? As John Carroll is trying to push it here. What's coming up from the save right there was Brennan Hassey. Doing a good job of saving that. That'll be a Sexton kick. We're approaching that 2-minute warning here. Sexton will take a deep kick. High up in the air. And kick it right back to Sexton. Into his hands. Safely where it belongs. We have now approached that 2-minute warning. We are still here. Donut each a piece. Donut a piece. No Buckeye donuts, but it's donuts out here on the scoreboard right now. It's a very defensive matchup right now. Yoakum kicking that ball high up in the air, trying to keep it in John Carroll territory. Kasuji doing his best, spin around. That is a save right there by Vorgren. And the referee is giving him a warning of some sort. You hear the John Carroll fans disagreeing right there. You heard the coach for John Carroll. What do you want my goalkeeper to do? You want him to walk? He's doing his best to protect the goal as well. As they go out of bounds instead of being a corner kick, that would be Comets possession. We have a timeout here by the referees, deliberating with the coach of the call here. You hear the fans disagreeing with the call here. A frustrated coach here. Sexton has a goal kick with a minute left on the clock exactly.
Less than 1 minute remaining in the half.
Both teams are now, they'll start to pick up acceleration here. They're going to push it. The one-arm bandit right now doing a good job finding his teammate in Burrington. Try to swing it towards the middle. You see a clobber white jersey surrounding him. Hesitating right there. Comets just trying to get this ball out of there. It's a very aggressive matchup right here, as the ref will call timeout here to deliberate with some of the Comets players here on the decision to blow that whistle right there. About 18 seconds left right now. Taking the kick for John Carroll. Can't exactly see his number. So high kick. Sexton popping that up in the air above the goal. Great save right there. Taking the kick for John Carroll. That was number 22, Aiden Bozak. And that'll do it. That'll do it at the end of the first half. It is 0-0. A defensive matchup here. Who would have thought? You love to see it. Defense wins championships, and we're going to see how defense will handle in the second half. We'll come back with some more stats and information during the half or before we begin the second half. We'll be back.
Let's go, Blue!
And we are back, ready to start off this second half here in this matchup, OAC matchup going on here today. John Carroll is coming here to face off against our Capital Comets. And the unexpected into this half, starting the second half, it is 0-0. Twins have switched sides now. We'll see who's going to bring some intensity, bring that energy, try to get their team the first goal here. Both teams are going to be pushing the pace here. We're seeing about 6 shot attempts here from Capital compared to John Carroll's 10. And we're seeing 1 shot at the goal compared to 3 shots at the goal versus John Carroll. And both goalies have already had their pair of saves already. Connor Sexton with 3, and the team, John Carroll, 1 save. Already pushing the pace already is number 7 for John Carroll, Michael Burrington. Both teams have already had their fair share of 2 corner kicks. The Blue Streaks have 5 fouls compared to Comets' 8. Bozak on his teammate Ben Burrick. Watch that line before you go out of bounds. Good defense here. Jacob Deaver. Francisco ran into a wall right there with Logan Brown holding his ground. Kasuji right now looking for Francisco. Francisco making Brown slip and fall right now, pushing the pace right now. It's a 2-on-1 matchup, finding Kasuji on the outside. And just a little too much out on the angle right there as he tried to get it in there. They hit the left side of the goal. That's what you look for, just unable to get it going. Taking a look at some of the other matchups that's going on here today. John Carroll is facing Capital all around in all of our other athletics. Currently, John Carroll football team is matching up against our team and is currently 20-3 with about 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter. John Carroll and our volleyball matchup here they're in the 3rd set right now. Hopefully, Capital can try to bounce back here, turn things around. They're currently leading 10-6, and John Carroll is up with 2 sets compared to none. And the seniors can figure out some way to turn that thing around. Push the ball. John Carroll towards the out-of-bound line. Swinging it around. That's a slide right there. Clear call right there. Logan Brown and Zeta Y getting tangled up in that long slide tackle, I guess you want to consider it. He was in that position to make a tackle and then he just kind of froze there like it was a picture-perfect moment. Zeta Y collided and tripped over right there as that will reward Capital of possession. So that ball is kicked towards the middle. Now to go out of bounds. That was Jared Puckett, almost connecting right there with his teammate and Samuel Yoakum. Both teams here hoping to find some kind of momentum. Now The one-arm bandit right now with it. Jack Fott finding his teammate in Aiden Bozak. What a clear attempt right towards the face of Connor Sexton. Sexton able to bat it down. That was a shot attempt right there by Hayden Hafner, right on the money. It's great defense right there by Sexton batting that down. John Carroll still with possession here. Deflect right off of the Comet. Still in possession in this territory, Capitals territory. You got to get that ball up out of there. And they do exactly that. Pushes it, kind of resets the defense here. That'll go out of bounds. That is off of Ben Brucken, the midfielder forward, 5'7", junior out of Copley, Ohio. There, Puckett. Getting entangled there. The coach for the Blue Streaks looking for a call here. Haven't seen many calls here. I'm just seeing a few fouls that been going. The refs have been letting these boys play at it. It's a very physical matchup. You hear a whistle right there. Confused right there. That was Ryan Caruso. Look confused right there in the moment. Oh, John Carroll trying to find some way to get back into that territory. Phenomenal slide tackle right there. Getting the ball. Is that a push it out of bounds? They'll maintain John Carroll possession. I guess my biggest question is, what exactly is a blue streak? Just a streak of blue? Shout out all the mascots. You just ask yourself, what is a blue streak? You know, that's a good question. Oh, blue streak is something that, the definition is something that moves very fast. Can't say that John Carroll is moving anything fast right now. They're trying to push the pace though. That is off the chest of Francisco. These boys are going at it. The collision right there by Noah Linden. Shoulder to shoulder. Sounds like these boys have been in the weight room. I'll tell you that, though. Definitely have been in the weight room. Still keeping an eye on this third set right now in the volleyball matchup. It is 16-8. Hopefully our women's volleyball team can turn things around here. They started off the first set 26-24. Next one went 25-15. Right now it's 16-8. Hopefully things can turn it around here. The first quarter in the football matchup is coming toward an end. It's 21-3 there. Right now pushing. It's a two-on-one matchup. Good job. Good defensive stop right there. Well, the Comets getting that ball up out of there. That was on both Brennan Hesse as well as Jacob Deaver on their defensive stop right there. John Carroll tried to push the pace. An opportunity just did not work right there. As John Carroll is prepared to make substitutions already quick here. Get these set of fresh legs in here. Coming back in for John Carroll, prepared to at least, is 19 Patrick Cohen and number 4 Nicholas Garcia. Great call. I'll go out of bounds. John Carroll doing a good job of maintaining the ball here in Comets territory. The Comets have to do a good job of just getting this ball up out of here. That's a good job right there. Puckett with it. Puckett trying to move that ball up out of there. Got to get it out this territory. Did that ball go to bounds? The ref still keeping it in play. Now that one clear out of bounds. As the substitutions will come here. So Patrick Coney and Nicholas Graycock coming in. Coming in for Michael Burrington as well as for Blake Marna. They came in late in the first half and started off the second half, and Coach giving his starters back in the game now. Still in capital territory. The question I guess you could ask is which defense is going to crack first? We've seen a strong defensive matchup from both of these teams here. That's a high kick, and it goes towards the right, up and out of bounds. That'll be Comets possession. Taking a look back at the volleyball score, trying to keep y'all updated as well, because this is a goal kick for Sexton. It's not looking too hot for our women's volleyball team. Taking a look at the football, and they have just started the second quarter. And it is 21-3, John Carroll. It looks like John Carroll's going to come away and get the 3-0 sweep in the volleyball matchup on our women's senior night.
It was so monotone. It was so. You know what? It doesn't even matter.
Yeah, but a throw in right here. Yoakum will take the throw in. He's got the arm to make this throw. Now they go out of bounds. Now turn into a corner kick for Capital. Taking the corner kick will be Zayda Watt. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe Zayd's, of his 2 goals, one of them was on a free-yard corner kick, if I'm not mistaken. That is high off the chest of Ryan Caruso. So this will be a goal kick right here. Jake Borgren. Short kick. As we have more substitutions coming here in the play here for John Carroll and the Blue Streaks. Prepared to re-enter the game is number 14, Logan Pinton, as well as Daniel Clayick and Logan Pinton. Blue Streaks trying their best to move this ball around here. Cracking inside territory. And that is a clear whistle call right there behind the back. And so he gets up, and that'll be a yellow card right there. Which will result in a free kick opportunity here for the Blue Streaks. I believe that was either on Deaver or that was on Pocket. So wanted to lead to a free kick opportunity here for the Blue Streaks. Well, ball is at the 12-yard line right here.
Young man.
heard the assurance from the fan. Told the young man calm down. Feel like Kyler Murray telling his coach to calm down. Thursday night football. Right into the hands of Connor Sexton. Great save right there. Took it right into his chest. Don't get no easier than that. Sexton will have a kick opportunity here. Once he puts it up in the air.
It's up here, Hannah.
As you heard the whistle. Some collision right there. Was looking to find the wide. Francisco the wide, but Puckett slowing things down. Sexton came out the goal box with a deep kick.
Really? Thank you.
A clear whistle push right there by Hess. As the Blue Streaks will be rewarded with the possession of the ball. One-arm bandit trying his best, slipping and falling. Watt bounces right back up though. Got to get that ball up out of there. As Hesse does a good job. John Carroll trying to slow things down now. And somehow able to evade. Watch that push from the one-arm bandit right there. Jack Fott. He's 6'4" out of Erie, Pennsylvania, sophomore. That was a deep kick. He's looking for Jack Francisco. Kasuji was looking for a wad. These boys is playing. When I tell you physicality is on another level, we are seeing that. As we have some substitutions coming here, the ones we noted earlier. Coming in for the Comets, it's number 25, Alex Spears, freshman defender midfielder, 5'9", out of Powell, Ohio. Coming in for Devin Hess. Hess is one of the number 2 on Capitals goal scorer. And then there's a late whistle call, the collision right there from Spears and I believe that to be Timothy Flannery. And reward John Carroll with possession. Blue Streaks are going to slow things down here. So they're going to try to get that through. They're trying to find his teammate Logan Pinton. And it looks like John Carroll is actually short a player. Sounds like a U problem. Unable to get the right amount of players out on the field right now. Can Capital take advantage of this opportunity, though? We'll see how either team will take advantage of this mistake here. Now on John Carroll still trying to push. They are in Comet territory. Although with a man down there still trying to push the pace. Back and forth. The ball is finally kicked back towards the midfield. Jack Francisco up in the air with a nice headbutt. That was a weak whistle late call. As the ref will talk with Nicholas Ruggiero, defender, 5'10" senior out of Middleburg Heights, Ohio, and Kasuji. These boys are physical out here. And finally, John Carroll has the right amount of players on the field now. Noah Linden, he's 5'9" senior out of Avon, Ohio. Sounds like a coaching problem right there. Not P at all. And then we're about 26 minutes left in this second half. Both teams looking to get something going in their right direction here to kind of get things started and going. As we believe John Carroll is able to come here on women's volleyball senior night. Able to take care of business as they had a 3-0 sweep on our women's volleyball team here today. The second quarter has just started, or is undergoing for the football matchup. As John Carroll is pushing the ball down. They are currently on Capital's 8-yard line. Still in this close matchup here. Let's give you some updated scores on what's going on in college football today. Last week was an eventful week for college football. Currently right now, Ohio State is up on Iowa 26-10. Tennessee is laying a consensual whooping on UT Martin 58-7. Syracuse is up on number 5 ranked Clemson 21-10. UC is up on SMU 23-14. Later tonight, there'll be some other matchups going on. Alabama, with their first loss, is taking on Mississippi State. Minnesota will take on Penn State. Kansas State is taking on TCU. Memphis versus Tulane. Boston College versus Wake Forest. Texas versus Oklahoma State. And UCLA versus Oregon. And Ole Miss versus LSU. All those games will get started in the late window at 3:30. Later games later tonight. Both State handling business. C.J. Stroud. Over 100 yards passing and 1 interception. So we have a throw in. John Carroll. Great deflection. That ball deflected right off of, let's say, Brennan Hesse. Oh, excuse me, that was actually Jacob Deaver right there using his body as a 0-1. Right now, slowing it down. Was looking to get through. I believe he was trying to connect with his teammate. Let's see that jersey over there. I believe that's Alex Spears. Glided on his shin right there, both players. I guess that is a serious question. I don't do players at this age still wear shin guards, or is that above them? I remember being in youth soccer when shin guards were a requirement. I wonder if these athletes still wear shin guards, or are they just too fancy for that footwork? I see some players. I would hope that's still a requirement. So that ball is kicked in the Comets territory. Kasuji doing a good job with pulling out the bag of tricks here. He's got to go out of bounds. So you have a substitution for Capital here in the works here. Coming in, the senior, number 7, Wajid Abudel Ghani. He'll be coming in shortly at the next dead ball. Now, would it have been Brucken? Comets trying to be good defensive here. We've seen a good defensive matchup this entire game. We're about to approach the 20-minute mark and still scoreless here. I don't think anybody predicted this, but we're loving it, though. I can tell you that we are truly loving it. Taking a look at the football score, John Carroll is up to another one, 28-3. And that right there is the first goal of the day. That right there, by number 19, Patrick Cohen. He pushed Pete to the max. As we have a substitution here. is coming in for Jack Kasuji. As that'll be the first goal right there of this matchup.
That drive is just terrible, I'm telling you.
Nicely done, Patrick!
Able to get it in there. Just slid it in there. How will Capital respond? Let's find out here. Coming in as well is Vernon Fungay. And now Capital has had to reset here and try to figure out what's best how to get them going. And that is right into the hands of goalkeeper Jake Vogren.
It came up on my memory thing today. Isn't that funny?
Oh, yeah?
From his PK.
Glad we lost that game. Just 5-1.
It's out of bounds.
And I was like, this one's so
I'm gonna look today to see are there any other
I was so excited.
OAC conference matchups today.
It was.
Later today, in the OAC matchups, you'll see Baldwin Wallace versus Audubon on the soccer field. Heidelberg versus Marietta. ONU versus Muskegon, and Mount Union versus Wilmington. The next matchup is actually currently underway. Baldwin Wallace and Audubon. Other games are later in the night, starting at 6 o'clock and 7 in the evening.
I know, right? Yes, Tommy had the goal to tie it.
This
and
way.
he had the goal to take the lead. Oh, come on, Ben!
It was a good save right there by Sexton, pushing the ball out of bounds. Let's see, Blue Streaks will regroup, still in Capital territory. Andrew Ruggiero, brother of Nicholas Ruggiero, is in the game. Trying to find something that's just gonna spark the interest here for Capital to get them going.
What are you buying there, Dave? Nothing now. It's
Talk about having these close matchups and close games. It's far from over though. Plenty of time left. We're 20 minutes left to go in this second half. Defense is at its highest right now. With a fun game. That'll go out of bounds.
Oh, yeah, my dad works down in Cheering on Ohio, by the way, what's the soccer, website for the soccer team?
Right now, the Blue Streaks with it. Carter Esteli. Blue Streaks seem to have found their foot on the gas pedal and are holding down on it currently. Sexton with a goal kick here. High up in the air. Sexton with it, a high kick in the air. Watch the pushing. Who'll use that fancy footwork. Fungay was looking for Abdul Ghani.
Keep it.
And John Carroll, and we'll see if they either slow the tempo down or continue to push, try to double it up. Was looking for his teammate. That was Nicholas Rucka. Coming in right now, Jack Kasuji is coming in for Alex Spears. Kasuji is the leading goal scorer here on the Capital Comets. It was a deep throw in by Yoakum. Yoakum was looking for Francisco. The Blue Streaks are trying to find their way through these seams. There we go. Mudge with a steal right there. Pushing the pace. Finds Kazuki. Using his footwork. That's a great defensive stop right there by Flannery. That'll lead to a corner kick. Taking the corner kick will be Jared Puckett. Zay Ward is currently waiting to get substituted back into this matchup. It was a low kick right into possession of John Carroll, but able to swing it back to midfield. Colton Daughtery with it. He's looking towards the middle of the goal. Going to the hands of Jake Brogren. And just like that, the backup quarterback in Clemson is in the game right now after quarterback DJ Laguias threw his third turnover of the day. Well, Clemson is down 21-10. That was a close matchup. We will see. Will Clemson go down today? Maybe. You never know. And now John Carroll still trying to find some way to get this thing in rhythm here. Swinging it across the field here. Where does that sense of urgency pop in for the Comets? Right now they're just trying to hold their defensive ground here. That'll go out of bounds. That'll be a goal kick. Watch the collision right there. Physical matchup right now. Ben Brucken using his fancy footwork there. Nice move right there by Puckett. Making Ruggiero dive for the floor. Funge, watch behind you. Using his fancy footwork. Got three on him. Got to get that ball out of there. It's just like trying to find the rhythm here for this offensive team here. The Comets here trying to just figure out their offensive rhythm here as we have substitutions coming in. Zeta Ward and Devin Nash are coming back in the game for Jared Puckett and Vernon Funge. Excuse me, not Jared Puckett. Actually coming in for Jacob Deaver, so Puckett will remain in the game, but Funge has been subbed out. About 13 minutes left to go in this second half. The Comets are, John Carroll swinging it to the left side. He's doing a good job of ball movement with great defense right there. That was by Brennan Hesse. Does it go out of bounds? John Carroll will retain possession. Carroll maintaining possession here. Watch it, watch it. Brendan Swan with it. That'll go out of bounds. And that'll be a corner kick for the Blue Streaks. Taking this kick is Brendan Swan, the midfielder, 5'8", senior out of North Royalton, Ohio.
Hi, Mrs. Falcione.
We'll see what he'll do with this situation right here.
Your grandmother's.
Another goal right here will kind of be the dagger. And that was close. There's a whistle call. As I believe they'll get actually another opportunity here. Capital is prepared to make another substitution. Alex Moore. It's kicked up in the air and out of there. Substitution.
Dogs are loose over there.
The Sandlot dog's coming.
You don't want to kick a ball in that.
Coming in,
Probably use air.
subbing in, coming in for him or Ryan Caruso.
Dogs are ready for a ball to hit.
Hit bull.
As there's been a switch at goalkeeper as well. Coming in is Landon Hohen, the sophomore goalkeeper out of Lima, Ohio. Taking over for Sexton.
Hold it up.
Puckett to Hess. Back to Puckett. We're going to use that fancy footwork here. Swinging that ball around here. John Carroll is doing a good job of trying to do
My mom said she heard.
Mickey Mouse with the ball, holding it around. Don't need to be aggressive, but the urgency from the Comets is here now.
Go, pressure.
Come on, Nick.
All right, now ball is swung back, still in Comets territory. Under 10 minutes left to go here. A sense of urgency for the Comets has got to be urgent. Got to step it up here. So to go out of bounds. There'll be a corner kick. Substitutions coming on to play. Jacob Deaver will come back in the game as we have substitutions for the Blue Streaks as well. Coming in for them is Michael Burrington.
And that actually looks like her. Kind of does, doesn't it?
We have a kick by the goalkeeper here. By Landon Home. Hess down there, one-on-one. On the outside, now being double teamed. Trying to take it in himself. Clobbered. You want to attack. You got it. This sense of urgency is now, the intensity has got to rise up for the Comets. We're approaching that 5-minute mark here. Down 1-0. Got to get something going. Right now, Vogren taking a deep kick. John Carroll still pushing the pace here. Nearly was able to connect with his teammate. I believe that was Brendan Swan. As that'll go out of bounds. It'll maintain Blue Streaks possession.
It wasn't a bad field. Yeah.
have a timeout here.
That's the way how they want to sub them. Yeah.
Give players an opportunity here to get some water.
Cheating.
That's okay. It's okay.
So a quick little timeout right there. Hopefully that'll get things going for this. Comets.
They did go to 7.
Seriously, what did I just smash in my shirt?
Swan with it.
Where?
Oh,
Ew,
no,
gross.
it's like,
So they go out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick.
it's on.
It's like blood. No, it looks like
Oh my
it looks
God.
like ketchup
Oh my
and
God,
mustard.
it's not. It's orange.
There's nothing
There's
else.
a high kick.
What is it? Oh, wait.
A high kick in the air.
There it is.
And midfield right there.
I know. I thought it.
Is that your blood? Was it biting?
No. It was something biting me.
Zeta Ward with it, trying to use that fancy footwork. Bonds his teammate and Brennan Hesse over the pucket. You got to attack. Got to find some way to get that ball in there.
Got the juices on her
As that'll go out of bounds, and that'll lead to a corner kick off the hands of the goalkeeper right there.
I don't want
That's
to look.
bug blood.
Took a shot at the goal right there.
Is it really? Yeah. Ew. I went like this.
She's
Like,
like, I'm
And Zeta Wad now will have a corner kick here. Just the opportunity right here that Capital was looking for.
I don't know. I don't want to know.
We have a whistle here by the referee. Trying to clarify the matchup here of things are getting a little bit physical.
Why is he touching her? Don't touch her.
Ref, this dude's like a foot and a half taller.
You need to understand that the clock is still going, still rolling.
There's Niagara once again. I love it.
That was a good job by Vorgren and getting that ball up out of there. Zeta Ward doing a good job keeping that ball in there. That ball was just a tad too high. Is that to go out of bounds, and that'll be another corner kick right here for the Comets. Blessings on blessings. They're in the air right now. Can they cash in on these opportunities, though?
And then some other pieces.
Clock's still running. There's confusion with the clock management right there. The wall with a ball was up and then kind of mid fade. Gotta go still inbounds. Right now pushing right now Nicholas Graka. And that is a goal right there by John Carroll, Nicholas Graka. Using his speed on a one-man mission. And that just like that, that is 2-0. About 5 minutes left to go in this second half. Was that the dagger in this matchup? Capital still looking for their first goal here. Game is far from over. It's far from over. You got about 5 minutes left. Anything is possible. Anything is possible.
That's not what Decky said. He said a focus.
Off to Devin Hess. Was looking right there for Zeta Ward, and it was a little too much right there. As that to go out of bounds. This actually leads to another corner kick right there because that was tipped off by the goalkeeper coming up, stepping in, and causing that interference to force that to go out of bounds. So now you have another goal corner kick right here. Up in the air.
Although when there's only 5 minutes left, I'll take it.
Is that a kick that out of bounds? That'll be another goal kick to the opposite side. The clock is against the Comets right now. The opportunity presenting itself You just need one of those wishes, one of those fine, make a wish right there. Corner, Zeta Ward right here. A little too high. As it'll go into JCU possession. Coming in, substitutions on the play. There's Blake Barna coming in for Brendan Swan. Right now, taking it out for JCU is Isaac Coleman. Clock is paused right now. As the refs are deliberating. Resetting the clock here. Struggling here. JCU, we'll see if they'll push the pace again. Will they slow things down? I was looking for Daniel Clegg. Good job by goalkeeper Hohen. Able to get that out of there. Another substitution here for JCU. Coming in for Patrick Coing is number 23, Hayden Hafner. And right now we're still trying to see what's going on here. Opportunity after opportunity, just unable to capitalize on those opportunities. Right now it's just passing the ball back and forth. John Carroll does not need to try to push the pace, but right now they're in the Capitals Comets territory right now. Sense of urgency for the Comets. About 2 minutes left in this matchup here. We'll see if a miracle is here. If it'll happen here today, never know. Is that a go out of bounds? Another go out of bounds right there. That pass will lead the ball to go out of bounds. Which will lead to a corner kick for JCU. Taking a look at the football matchup, they have entered halftime. It is 35-3. JCU is up. A corner kick here. Kick here for JCU. Clock is still running. Just think of those opportunities that they had earlier present in the game. Capital had their fair share of goal attempts at the goal. However, just none were able to connect. A defensive matchup in the first half, and John Carroll was able to find something that was able to get the offense moving. And once they were able to find their way to the goal, they were able to find another one. They go out of bounds, so it'll be Comets possession.
1 minute remaining in the game.
There's 60 seconds left here.
that defender dropping back?
Honan steps up a little bit further. JCU just kicking the ball up in the air now, trying the best just to. Goal kicker is up. JCU will kick that ball up in the air. The clock will continue to wind down. You'll hear that countdown.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And that'll do it, ladies and gentlemen. That'll do it here today. John Carroll University was able to come here and get a 2-0 victory. We'll give you the stats here shortly when they are provided to us.
Ladies and gentlemen, our final score, John Carroll 2, Capital 0.
It was a defensive matchup in that first half. John Carroll was able to prevail. Was able to prevail and get through. And they did just that. And they will leave here with a victory, which then puts Capital at 3-9-2 on the season, 2-4-1 on conference play here. John Carroll will now move on to 11-4-1 with a 6-1 conference play. Their only conference loss coming to ONU. And up next, John Carroll will be up against Mount Union and Muskegon, and they'll do that at home, and they'll finish their last two games at home. While Capital will finish these last two games of the season on the road. Next, Heidelberg next week, and they'll face Baldwin Wallace next Saturday. Thank you for tuning in, Capital family, and those all around. I want to applaud the effort that they presented. It was a close matchup. It was in the first half. The other team was able to come out here and the second half and find that spark that got them that first goal. Don't know what else you can say about that. Another loss today. John Carroll came in here today and on the volleyball court and here on the soccer field today. And it looks like they're doing it on the football field right now, but they have another half of that to wait. It's 28-3 right there in that football matchup, so tune into that, Cap fams. My name's Jonathan Brown. It's been a pleasure being your color commentary and play-by-play analyst today. John Carroll came in here. You hear the fans applauding their effort today. Goes both ways. That was our last home game of the season for our soccer team. Coach Yost. Coach Yost has been here. His 11th season. And a career record of 103, 76, and 20. Dijon Madalik in his second season. I put him at 24, 8, and 5 on the year. You hate to see it. It is part of the business. Until next time, Cap fam, I'll leave you on this note. Enjoy the beautiful weather today. It's a beautiful day out there. Ohio State is handling their business on Iowa. They are up 47-10 right now. Can't ask for nothing more than that. It's still a beautiful day out here in Columbus, so enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have a great rest of your day. I'm Jonathan Brown reporting and signing off. Peace.